Are high-interest credit cards or personal loans weighing you down? Unlock gives homeowners a smarter option. With a home equity agreement, you can tap into your home's equity for cash today. There are no monthly payments. Here's how it works. Unlock provides funds upfront and in exchange, shares in a portion of your home's future value. That means you keep control with the flexibility to use your equity your way. Pay off bills, invest in home improvements, or set aside savings for peace of mind. For thousands of homeowners, Unlock has been the key to moving forward without the pressure of another payment. Put your equity to work for you. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.
Okay, listen. We all make mistakes. Some of us text our ex, some of us forget our coffee on the roof, and some people accidentally start a full-blown police chase in a stolen ice cream truck. My apologies for my little chuckle just a few seconds ago. I'm super duper high, but welcome back to I almost said the wrong podcast name. Welcome back to True Crime Tuesday, the segment where I prove week after week that common sense is officially on the endangered species list. Tonight's theme is dumb crimes that escalated fast, because sometimes the smallest, pettiest choices snowball into full-on chaos, like a domino effect of bad decisions. We've got 4 cases that start off with, "This'll be fine," and end with, "Sir, please put the flaming raccoon down." From impulse thefts that turn into car chases to arguments that ended with SWAT teams, today's your reminder that the dumbest crimes always come with the best stories. And then, of course, I'll wrap it up with the Docket of Dumb, because the news never sleeps. And apparently, I just said apparently wrong. And apparently, neither do the idiots. Am I allowed to say that on here on radio? I feel like there was something long ago where like you couldn't say idiot or moron if it was on like TV or movies. Maybe I'm making that up. No, I saw a cartoon about this once. It was Fairly Odd Parents. Anybody else remember that episode? Also, like I edited this part out, but so I like record little bits at a time and then edit it so that I'm not editing a whole bunch at like the very end. It's time consuming. Anyway, I guess I said maybe twice, and now I know why Jim makes fun of me. Sometimes when I say maybe, because I was like, maybe. I crack myself up. Also, in case you were wondering, which I'm sure you probably are not, every few sentences I say, I stop and take a break to eat some Raisinets. I am so high right now. I hope you guys picture that. Me eating Raisinets in between like each sentence. Anyway, buckle up because it's about to get dumb fast. Speaking of dumb, I just want to share with you real quick that, okay, so I decorated for Halloween back in June in my bedroom. I decorated for Christmas already.
Are you ready to finally make that dream a reality? Maybe it's updating your kitchen, paying down high-interest credit cards, or covering tuition. Your home is more than where you live. It's also your most powerful asset. At Unlock, we make it simple to turn equity into options. With a home equity agreement, you can access cash today without taking on monthly payments. Imagine the freedom to invest in your home, reduce financial stress, or finally start that big project you've been putting off. It's your home. It's your future. Unlock it today. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.
So this story starts like your typical Monday mistake, except it ends with 3 police cars, a broken Slurpee machine, and a lifetime ban from 7-Eleven. In Ohio, a guy named Brandon, who was 26, tried to steal 1 can of Monster Energy from a gas station. That's it. $3 crime. Could have been a warning, slap on the wrist, whatever. But then, when the clerk confronted him, Brandon decided to make it everyone's problem. He yelled, "You can't stop me, I'm fast," and then ran out the door directly into a police cruiser. The cops weren't even there for him. They were literally just getting coffee. But when he smacked into their bumper, like all confused, they assumed something was up. So he panicked and jumped into his car, which he had the gas pump in. And he ended up peeling out of the parking lot, forgetting to put the pump nozzle back. So now he's dragging like 15 feet of hose down the street like a sad parade float. Also, I know someone who was having a really bad day one time, and they were pulling away from the gas pump and forgot and took the whole thing. Imagine having like such a shitty day and then like you get to where you're going and you just like have a whole gas pump nozzle just like hanging out of your car. Like I would be so fucking pissed. So like I just tried recording myself adding on to that by saying like what the fuck, but I was trying to say it the way my friend's mom did when we were in high school because she went to get a bowl of cereal. But there was no milk. And the way that she said what the fuck like has me laughing about it 20 years later. But anyway, by the time they caught up to him 2 blocks later, the gas station had flooded, the pump was destroyed, and the store clerk was on the phone saying, "He's definitely not fast." Moral of the story, sometimes your getaway is only as good as your gas mileage. Next up, Florida. Because of course it is. So a woman named Darlene went through a McDonald's drive-thru at 2 a.m. and got the wrong order. No pickles on her cheeseburger. It's tragic. We've all been there. But instead of asking for a replacement like a normal human, Darlene threw the burger at the cashier. The cashier dodged Olympic-level reflexes and hit the panic button. The cops show up and Darlene refuses to roll her window down, yelling, "It's not illegal to hate pickles." Also, super random, but if you hear like faint yelling in the background, it's my teenage son who was also like 2 years old playing PlayStation with his friends. So anyway, the officers ask her to step out. She refuses, and then she floors it straight into the McDonald's sign. She gets arrested for assault with a deadly cheeseburger and fleeing the scene. And my favorite part is that she was drunk on White Claws. So yeah, 1 missing pickle turned into a felony, property damage, and the most Florida sentence ever written. This one feels like it was written by a drunk country singer. So in Oklahoma, a man stole a tractor from his neighbor's farm because, and I quote, "My feet hurt."
Are you ready to finally make that dream a reality? Maybe it's updating your kitchen, paying down high-interest credit cards, or covering tuition. Your home is more than where you live. It's also your most powerful asset. At Unlock, we make it simple to turn equity into options. With a home equity agreement, you can access cash today without taking on monthly payments. Imagine the freedom to invest in your home, reduce financial stress, or finally start that big project you've been putting off. It's your home. It's your future. Unlock it today. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.
He said walking home was too inconvenient, so he just hopped on the nearest John Deere and started driving. Now, tractors are not fast. Cops caught up with him within minutes, but he refused to stop. So what followed was an 11-mile chase that topped out at 19 miles per hour. That is high speed, if I ever heard it. And the reason I said that is because when me and Jim were on our honeymoon, we went to the Poconos and they had those snowmobiles, I think they are. They're like things on like skis that you ride yourself. And I wanted to I wanted to ride my own, and it was just like a little, like, kind of not a circle, but like an oval that you would go in. So there's kind of like a track. There's 2 turns and then a long part. So it was just me and Jim at first. And he was on his and I was on mine. And I would go super fast, like 5 miles an hour when we were going straight. And then I would drop down to like 2 miles an hour. 2 miles an hour when we turned because I was afraid I was going to flip it. So Jim would have to wait at the start for me. He would have to wait at the start for me to come all the way around again before he could go so that he could go as fast as he could. And then eventually I had to get on with him because there were other people. Hold on, I gotta pause for a second. Okay, so there were other people. So I had to get on with Jim, and he was going so fast around the corners. Like, I was literally shitting my pants. But before that, I had to bring my snowmobile back to the other snowmobiles. And I accidentally almost ran 2 people over. I think Jim was so embarrassed, but like, they just get away from you, you know? But anyway, back to the slow speed chase. So at one point, he started doing donuts in an intersection, which I don't know if you've ever seen a tractor do donuts, but they don't make big circles. When they finally stopped him, he yelled, "This is a free country," and fell off the tractor trying to high-five himself. 0 injuries, maximum embarrassment. And the cop said it was the slowest pursuit in state history. And honestly, that is an achievement. And finally, the chaos cherry on top. So Walter Freimeyer, who is 51, from Florida, he was arrested again for trespassing on train tracks after police responded to a call about a naked man in a public park. Standard weird Florida stuff until the jail intake. So they scanned him and they discovered he had a thermos lodged inside of his body from his hip to his rib. Inserted, not swallowed. He claimed he didn't swallow it. Authorities had to surgically remove it, and Sheriff Grady Judd said they'd never seen it before. And honestly, I mean, nobody has, I don't think, unless it was like a bit on Jackass or something. But the wild thing is, like, when you visualize it, so like he's walking around wearing clothes, committing crimes, and somewhere inside is a full thermos like, "Hey, I'm in here." When Freimeyer was asked, he said he placed it up the exit ramp because apparently that's code for internal stash. He has 25 prior arrests. He's been to prison before, but I feel like even veteran criminals would be like, that's a new level of dumb. And now he's thermosless in the county jail.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
And now, the Docket of Dumb, where we honor this week's most confusing headlines, 5 stories proving that intelligence is optional. Man robs store with banana, eats evidence before arrest. Couple calls 911 to report missing weed. Cops found it in their car. Woman arrested for pretending to be a witch to steal $100,000 in curse removal fees. Thief steals GPS, uses it to find his way home. Police waiting there. Florida man attacks his own reflection. Says Mirror Man was talking smack. So what did we learn today? 1, maybe walk away from the gas pump before declaring yourself fast. 2, if pickles are your breaking point, stay home. And 3, don't steal a tractor unless your playlist includes Cotton Eye Joe. To my Nighthawk Radio night crew, you're my people. To everyone tuning in on Apple, Spotify, or wherever chaos lives, hit follow, subscribe, rate, review, and send this episode to the friend who'd probably end up in one of these stories. This week's song of the week is called Invading Your Space by Caught Off Guard. Go stream it wherever you listen to your music, and follow them on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok if they're on there. I think they're on there. Don't forget to check out this Friday's spooky episode because it's still spooky season even though I decorated my room for Christmas already. But yeah, check that one out on Friday because it's going to be a fun one, I think. Until next time, stay weird, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the only thing faster than a dumb idea is how quickly it goes wrong.
Are high-interest credit cards or personal loans weighing you down? Unlock gives homeowners a smarter option. With a home equity agreement, you can tap into your home's equity for cash today. There are no monthly payments. Here's how it works. Unlock provides funds upfront and in exchange shares in a portion of your home's future value. That means you keep control with the flexibility to use your equity your way. Pay off bills, invest in home improvements, or set aside savings for peace of mind. For thousands of homeowners, Unlock has been the key to moving forward without the pressure of another payment. Put your equity to work for you. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.